grinder and make mincemeat. Yeah. Okay, I'm being dramatic. Yolanda Will on Sugar and Spice. Thank you for making the time. We absolutely love around here. At least I do. I love love, and I hope you find love. Whoever's looking for love this the weekend, leave your house. Yeah, love is not going to bring itself to your house. So go out there, go outside. So thank you for making the time. Our conversation today, in a nutshell, is just feel like social etiquette. Things you should not ask. Someone goes on leave, they have a health crisis, they come back to work, and the first thing the work friend notices is how thin they have become. But instead of using your inside voice like most well-adjusted adults, you decide to point out the obvious. Before this person left their house, do you think they looked in the mirror? You think they caught their body, their reflection? We're just moving around. Maybe they went to town, caught a mathri, called and do the guy. Do you think they passed through anywhere where they saw their reflection? Do you think every single day they were battling their disease, they were not looking at their body waste and wither away? So who the hell do you think that, you are the one to point that out? Let me tell you something, and I am not going to sugarcoat it. The people who point out those things are cruel, disgusting human beings. You are raised badly because you are taught by your mother. When you're a child, you don't know any better. I normally tell my child when she's like, oh, this man can't walk, mommy, what do you think happened to his leg? I'm like, don't ask. It's impolite to ask because that's not your friend. That's not someone you know like that. That's not your uncle, your aunt. Luckily, she has an uncle who had his leg amputated. That's the person you can ask and be like, hi, uncle, his name is Maurice. He loves the Situation Room, by the way. She can ask, Uncle Maurice, what happened to your leg? And we talked about it. Uncle Maurice has diabetes. He's going for a procedure, and they cut his foot first, and then he got reinfected. It got really badly, and then they had to chop right above the knee. You see, so she went through that, and she knows now. Don't ask. Someone has put on weight. Oh my God, you've become fat. You've put on weight. You think? I showered and wore clothes. They didn't fit. You think I don't know I put on weight? Yeah? Someone's hair is falling off. Someone's become darker. Someone's become... We need... And then in the kind of world where we live in now, we all know better. It's inexcusable. We all know better. You need to shut up if you don't have anything to say. To someone, just be like, you've not been around for long, we missed you at the office, or better still, just be quiet. Like, if you don't have anything useful to say, remember when we used to be told that growing up, if you don't have anything kind to say, by your mother mostly, don't say anything at all. That's the time that you need to exercise some silence, right? When there's an awkward, when it's awkward, when it's rather obvious this person has some physical changes. And I'm speaking, the reason why I probably have, like, it feels like a it feels like a sour spot for me is someone asked me if I was pregnant. And it really hurt me because I have a condition that sometimes I do put on weight around my gut area. And it's very unnerving to think that I'll try and wear baggier clothes so that I don't show this. But you have decided you're going to come and point out the obvious. It's very, very cruel, by the way. Just leave it alone. When you notice something has changed in someone, let them be the ones to ask you. Because guess what? Someone could have been pregnant and then they had a miscarriage. So you think that's the opening line when they're coming back to work? No. And then must it be a tragic story so that you can feel, oh, I wish you had told me? Just be polite, be kind, because you never know when you're going to be on the other side of that conversation. So I want to hear from you because I feel like mine is a bit sour grapes because mine touches on me personally. I can't tell you how many times it has hurt me when someone has pointed out and I just go back to the pain that I have to endure every single day because of my condition, So I understand when this girl says she went back to work and she was thin and her workmate made a joke about it. Sometimes we have HRs who take care of us and we ask them to make sure that, we are handled with discretion in the office. People don't need to know our business. But I'll tell this girl this who's listening. Tell your workmate off. Go all the way off. muitwe HR so that this person can learn a lesson. I want to hear from you at SpiceFM KE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. When someone points out that you have become thin, you have become fat, and you're battling a condition, how do you tell this person off while still being mindful of their feelings when they weren't mindful of yours? At SpiceFM KE on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Talk to me.